Barak Yahweh Bahashim Yahshai, Barak Yahweh Bahashim Yahshai. Salvation to the elect, peace, blessings, and honors to all the brothers that spreading this truth, keeping the law, statutes, and commandments. So we're gonna hop straight into this one too. So lately, I've been seeing a lot of different things going on with the weather. A lot of people say it's global warming, but if you look out there with California and it's on fire and they on a statewide emergency, red alert emergency. And a lot of people take that for granted. So like the people in California, they know what's going on because they living in it. But the people on the other side of the world, they still going out partying. They still going out what we like to say, kicking it. They still going out, living their regular lives, going to work and stuff because it's not happening to them. And then you got brothers out here like, man, I wish that was happening out here, man. I'm ready for, them to get what they deserve, the Lord to bring this place down. But you got to be patient. But over there in California, all hell is breaking loose. People out there prophesying that this is the end. We know that this is the end because it's on fire. People losing their houses. People ain't at work. People living in RVs. People living in tents. People living in their cars. You got families full of 5, 7 people living in a truck. Trying to get a hotel room, but all the hotel rooms is booked because everybody out. Trying to go to shelters, but all the shelters is packed. Can't get food. Ain't no power on. Can't get gas in your car because the gas stations ain't on. They shut off the power everywhere. You know what I mean? You got people with small babies, man, they not even reporting. There's people out there dying because of this. That they not even reporting it because they don't want to get the nation up and rowdy, but it's going to happen. They trying to kick the can down the street, but they can't continue kicking it. At some point in time, it's going to end. Now you got out here in the Midwest, you got another thing that's happening, rain coming down, snow, ice up there in Chicago. They going through it right now. Too much traffic. People getting backed up. Can't even make it to work because it's too much traffic. Too many construction projects going on. The weather's kicking everybody. So now it's even worse. You got over there in New York. Same thing with the weathers, and this is just the beginning. It's just starting, just kicking up. We ain't even in the full winter time yet. You got hurricane season coming, which we're in, but you got hurricanes coming. You got tornadoes all down in Dallas and Texas and everything like that. And what's the similar thing with all these? What's something that's similar with all these different natural events happening? The wind. The wind over there in California causing fires. The wind over here making these snowstorms and ice storms even worse. The wind down there causing tornadoes. The wind, the Lord is releasing those winds upon the earth, and it's destroying the earth. And here pretty soon you're gonna have purge, all out purge. Nobody gonna go to work, and people gonna need food. And what you think people gonna do? The purge gonna come. While war is starting, while nukes are starting to fly and missiles are starting to fly back and forth, because people is panicking. And more important than just the people, the lower level people panicking, the top level, the elites are starting to panic. You know what I mean? They talking about getting Donald Trump out of office. You think he finna go down without a swing? You think he finna just let it happen? No, he finna start shutting down governments and stuff and flipping everything on top of their head and stuff like that, man. You know that man petty, so you gotta think about it. There's a lot of stuff going on right now, and it's looking very bad for the nations. They out there talking about ban God from California. Now California on fire. You see what I'm saying? They talking about this lesbian and gay community stuff like that. Can't nobody go to work. All the jobs are shutting down now. You can't make no money. These severe weather storms are happening. So let's jump into some scriptures. Bring out some scriptures. Let's start with Isaiah chapter 45. We just start from verse 7. I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. I am the Lord, do all these things. So you can't blame this on nobody but yourself, because the Lord is the one that create the light, create the dark. A lot of people like to say, oh, the devil's doing this. Nah, it's the Lord doing this because of the sins of the world. And it's just that time for them to be paid back from what they did. So the Lord is the one that create peace and create evil. So when all these, what people like to say, evil things, like a tornado coming through killing people, a hurricane coming through killing people, that's the Lord doing it. That's the Lord sending those plagues and pestilence upon the earth. And it's just starting to even got close. This is just the scratch on the surface. It's gonna get way, way, way worse. And very, very soon, we ain't got that long. We talking about nobody knows the end time, but for things to start getting worse and worse, we talking about it's happening right now. We ain't got months, we got weeks. Things are getting worse and worse every day. Nobody knows the time and day the actual end is going to be, but we can see in the spirit that things are getting worse in the earth right now as we speak, as this video is happening. Let's let's jump to Mark chapter 13 verse 7 through 9. And when ye should hear of wars and rumors of wars, be ye not troubled, for such things must need be, but the end shall not be yet. For nation shall rise against nation, that's purge, and kingdom against kingdom, that's World War III. And there shall be earthquakes in diverse places. We had how many earthquakes in California just this year? How many earthquakes all over the world just this year? More than ever in history. And there should be famines. That's coming next. Look out for those famines. Look out for those grocery stores to close. That's coming next. And troubles. California on fire. Is that not a trouble? Severe weather conditions here in the Midwest. Freezing and roads and people can't go to work. Is that not troubles? There are the beginnings of sorrows. And like I just said, this is the beginning. Just scratching the surface of the sorrows that's come. There's much, much, much more worse to come. Let's jump to Luke chapter 21. Let's start at verse 11. Here. And great earthquakes shall be in diverse places. The same thing. So precept upon precept, you know what I mean? And famines, same thing. And pestilence, diseases and stuff like that. And fearful sights and great signs should there be in heaven. But before all these, they shall lay their hands on you and persecute you, delivering you up to the synagogues and into prisons, being brought before kings and rulers for my name's sake. So that's happening next. And that's just a precept upon precept just to back up the last precept. There's famines coming, there's diseases, and there's great signs from the heavens, as we see right now. You know, California being on the statewide emergency, red alert emergency, is that not a great sign? Is that not earthquakes? Did they not have earthquakes? That's right there. Matter of fact, let's stay in Luke and go to Luke verse 25. And there shall be signs in the sun and in the moon and the stars, and upon the earth distress of nations, with paroxysms of the sea and waves roaring. So what's causing all these winds to come? We know that hurricanes come straight out the ocean. We know that they affect the waves and the roaring of the waves, and the seas come straight out the that's where the earthquakes come. We know these winds come usually from, you know, one of the oceans. One of the oceans on any side. They come from off the oceans and they come on the land and they destroy things. That's right there in the Bible, and that's a precept to also back up the last couple precepts. So let's end it. Let's jump to Revelations 7 verse 1. And after these things I saw 4 angels standing on the 4 corners of the earth, holding the 4 winds of the earth, that the wind should not blow on the earth, nor on the sea, nor on any tree, right? And I saw another angel ascending from the east, having a seal of the living God, and cried out a loud voice to the 4 angels to whom it was given to hurt the earth and the sea. So there's angels that's holding back these winds from destroying the earth. There's angels that set up that's supposed to hurt the earth and the sea, right? And let's keep reading, saying, hurt not the earth, neither the sea, neither the trees, till we have sealed the servants of our God in their forehead. So you say, well, that's not what we've seen. We've seen these angels hurting the earth right now, hurting the sea with the winds, you know. They're letting go those 4 winds. So what does that mean? By the Spirit, you can understand that means that they were told not to hurt the earth, neither the seas, neither the trees, till we have sealed the servants in their God forehead. So what does that mean? That means that the 144,000 elect is either sealed, which a lot of brothers believe that the 144,000 elect is already sealed, or either very, very close to being sealed. So now that the 144 and the servants, 144,000 elect and servants are being sealed, or very close to being sealed, those angels are being allowed to start letting go those winds. And this is just the beginning. This is the scratch on the surface. This, like I said, this is the beginning of sorrows, that these angels are just starting to let go those winds on the earth. So imagine once the 144,000 elect is actually 100% sealed, Right now it's close or they either are. We don't know for sure, but a lot of brothers think that there really are still. But the closer and closer they get, the more those winds are being able to be, unleashed upon the earth. And those are famines, pestilence, and other natural disasters and stuff that's happening to the earth and war. And that's what's happening is the more that the 144,000 elect is sealed, the more these different sorrows are starting to amp up even more. And see, that's why it's so important to get out there on the highways and byways, make these videos and teach, because the more that we're awakening more Israelite brothers and bringing more of the elect into this truth, the worse and worse it gets for the nation. The more we follow the law, statutes, commandments, the worse and worse it's getting for the world. The more that we return back to our Lord, the worse and worse it's getting. So that's how we bring down this world. Not by picking up guns and fighting, going to war, doing like the Black Panthers or stuff like that, or trying to go, get some money and start our own thing. No, by following the law, statutes, commandments, staying in this world and and coming back to our Lord, and our Lord is going to bring them down. So that's what Esau, he does a carnal battle, but us, the elect, we do spiritual battle. So we gonna bring them down in the spirit first, and the Lord gonna weaken them and bring them down. Then eventually, physically, we gonna get out there and bring them down. So severe weather, pestilence, and this is the beginning of sorrows that's starting to be come upon the earth. Heed to these signs. The watchmen, we out here watching. We telling y'all what's going on in the world and what's going to happen. We prophesizing according to this Bible what's going to happen. And you see those things coming true. If you a Israelite, you need to follow the law, statutes, commandments. Period. And that's what it's all about. And we can see these things happening on the earth, and we see these things coming, and we're giving you a sign of the troubles that are coming to the earth as you see them happening. Barak Yahweh Ba'ashem Yashai, Barak Yahweh Ba'ashem Yashai, salvation of the elect, peace, blessings, and honors to all the brothers spreading this truth and keeping the law, statutes, and commandments.